Well, the alpha has been a lot of fun. This second wave, I have progressed a lot more than I did in Alpha 1. I've got a lot more legendary heroes. I had a lot more heroes to play with. I awakened a lot more. I got further in the tower. Everything is better this alpha. I'm going to now rank all of the epic heroes. Not all of them are awakened, but I'm going to do my best to make sure I have all of them to at least level 50 to do as fair a comparison as I can. Percival is a brawler, which means you want to be putting HP on him. Okay, I've put some gear on Percival. I've put a world splitter on him as the weapon. He's currently sitting at 30,000 HP. His speed is only 160, but he's got decent initiative. His crit damage is quite high, and his crit rate is only 80%, so he's not going to always crit. But this is what I'm going to work with. 100 accuracy, it's not quite enough, but I'm going to go for one of the lower levels. So we're not going to test this guy on 115 like I did with the legendaries. I am going to push down to about 65 or 75. Maybe I will go as low as 65 just for a better idea of how he performs. I've made him 5-star. I've made him level 50, but he is not ascended. Go in for a joint attack. Bam. 22,000. For a level 50, that is a decent attack. Okay, his core. Resistance and radiance on himself, and a chance to stun all enemies. He is weak against them, so we may not get the stun off. He stunned 2 of them. 2 out of 3 is not too bad. Unfortunately, he's lacking any sort of stun animation there. Okay, we've got his ultimate up already. Removes debuffs and disables from himself, and then attacks. If nothing's removed, places retaliate and ward. So he doesn't have any, so he's going to put retaliate and ward on himself. There we go, and we'll go in. He's got a lot of buffs, which is very nice to see. Okay, Leonidas. Let's just attack. Okay, it wasn't very much, but let Leonidas take a turn. We should retaliate. Shrug it off. Yep. That was brilliant. He had ward up, so he took 0 damage. There we go. We will go in for YDG and whack 12,000. Alright, that's alright. We'll go in for a hit on Osiris. Yeah, I don't know how much he did, but he killed him. And we'll get an ally attack here from him. What did he do? 22,000 strong hit. Fantastic. Okay, we'll save his ult. He's getting a lot of ultimates. That's very good. Bam. His ultimate meter builds very nicely. I'm liking this. Alright. We'll use his ultimate to give himself those buffs. Okay, let's try to stun. Ah, we got a 3 out of 4 stuns. Okay, boost his speed and initiative. It said strong ward. I don't know why. Okay, we go in. Whack, 13,000. Not terrible. I am very happy with that. I would, for an epic champion, I would place Percival at least A, if not S tier. He could bring a bit more damage. Being a brawler, it's kind of hard to find that balance. He could hit harder for his single target hits. Fairly niche. We'll go A. We'll go A. All right. High A. A+. A+. Okay, next up is Bastet. Okay, I'm going to try stage 45 with Bastet. She's only level 40. Okay, let's set her up. And see what sort of damage she does on her ally attack. 7,000 per hit. So that's 21,000. Pretty good. And then we've got her core. AoE to place vulnerable and defense down. She doesn't have a lot of accuracy, but it might land. Whoa! Just annihilated them. I might need to go to a higher level. Go to level 55 and have a look. Triple hit at 8 to 9,000 per hit. That's 27,000. Boom. 24,000. And we can kill Achilles. Whack, whack, whack. 6,000 per hit. pretty good for a level 40. She's hitting very hard. If she were level 60, she could actually be very strong. Does she bring much more than just heavy hitting, though? It was kind of hard to tell what the Blaze was doing. What in the Blazes she was doing. She's definitely a very solid champion. We'll go with A tier. Okay, next up we're going to test Pandora. Pandora is a disruptor. So she's not there to bring damage, she's there to prevent the enemies from attacking you, to really bring control to the battlefield, as I've said before. Alright, because Pandora is only level 40, we will try her on stage 75. We will bring Bastet back in to do the damage. Alright, here we go. We could do a double hit to steal a buff, but there are no buffs to steal. Attack 3 enemies at random. Can steal Divinity and Turn Meter. I think we'll save that for wave 3. So she's got her ultimate already up. We'll test out her ultimate. So the ultimate is an AoE. Chance to place a random disable. And can extend random debuffs. So if you have a debuffer as well, she'll extend them. Okay, she missed on most of the disables, and I do not know why. Her skills are maxed. She's got high accuracy. She should have landed disables on all of them. Alright, we'll try this. This attacks 3 times at random. Let's do that again. A little bit of damage. In terms of where I would place her, she is basically a C. Yeah, I read her kit and I suspected it was as much. She's not much of a control champ. She doesn't do her job. She doesn't do her job. In terms of epic champions, I would skip her. Okay, next up we have Brynhild, the exiled Valkyrie. Now Brynhild is ascended. So she's got 3-star ascension, meaning she has her passive. See how we go in terms of her role as a defense champion. So here she places Radiance and defense up. Oh, sorry, intercept and defense. I thought she was supposed to place Radiance. Maybe it's her ultimate that places Radiance. So Bastet coming in with an AoE. No, actually we'll do a single attack. See how we go. Bam. That intercept didn't intercept, did it? The intercept, because maybe because it was an AoE, it didn't intercept. So, she hits all right. That was a weak hit, obviously. And we will try to take out Anubis. She's now got her ultimate, which removes disables, places Radiance on everyone, and a shield. So she's going to get a nice juicy shield up. Very nice. And then she goes in for an attack. Nice strong hit for 7,200. Bastet able to take the hits. Everyone able to take the hits. And that. She's going to go in for another hit. Nice. And another hit. Bam. It should intercept. There we go. That was fantastic. Perfect example of an intercept. Except she had taunt. So now we'll put up Radiance. Plus a shield. Alright, there we go. Survives because of the shield. In for another hit. Almost takes him down. Another hit. There we go. She's getting repeated turns. I'm not sure what's causing that, but it's fantastic. They have to be single target attacks. There we go. That was it. Set went for her, and it hit Valkyrie instead. We've got our Radiance, etc. back up. We can go in for a hit. Put up reduced attack. Excellent that we got that up. We will try to take out a soldier, and we do. We can go in for a hit. Whack! 10,000 hit. Quite nice from a defense champion who's only level 40. They've both got reduced attack as well. That's down. And another hit should kill her. 6,000. I like it. I think Brynhild is excellent. She really showed what she was capable of then. Brynhild, definitely A tier. If she were level 60, if she were fully awakened and ascended, and she had really good defensive gear on. She could be top A tier. Like, more A tier than Bastet, potentially. Green Knight. Let's give Green Knight a try and see what he brings as a brawler. Okay, first of all, we'll do an ally attack. 3k, 3 to 3.5k. It's not that great, despite the fact that he's level 40. We have to account for that. It's not that good. However, he's all about doing incredible stuff. So we'll go in for another attack. There we go. And go in for another attack. Ah, nicely done. The crits came out. Alright. See if we can take him out. We did. Alright. Actually not bad. We've got the ultimate. Alright. So his ultimate. Attacks one enemy. Inflicts extra damage to enemies under taunt. We're not going to see that. Ignores the target's defense. Let's see what it does. It did a lot because it killed a defender. I don't know how much damage it actually did. So, okay, we're going to do this. Steals all buffs. We don't have any buffs to steal. Okay, so we'll see if we can place taunt. Here we go. We place taunt for 3. Is it 3 turns? Gosh. That's actually very good. Goes in for massive hits. And there we go. And then Musashi has to come in and do an attack. And we go in and we just annihilate him because of the retaliate. Incredible. Okay, we'll see if we can take out Hell. And we do. I don't know how much damage he did. Go, and we'll kill Loki. Not quite. Not quite there. He's got Drain on him, though, which is fantastic. Okay, we will taunt Set. So when Set has his turn, we come in and we put up Drain. He's still got the speed thing on him, so I think we'll go for her. Kill Isolde, right? We'll do that because Loki's going to attack. Yeah, Loki's going to attack him. Ah, I didn't get a turn. Loki didn't get a turn. Oh well. We can just imagine if Loki had gone in, he would have retaliated and done his triple attack. That retaliation is excellent. Oh look, it's a dupe Quetzalcoatl. Just when I don't need it. Now that's excellent. Alright, Green Knight, A tier. Definitely A tier. Just, if you could build a lot of HP, you could bring him in, and he does his retaliate. He seems very strong. So, top tier. Not very top, not beyond, not crazy godlike, but definitely A tier. Okay, next we have Set. Another disruptor. Hopefully he performs better than Pandora. Oh, and he goes in as well for the attack. Very good. Okay. Try to keep them up so we can see what he actually does. Alright, his core. Attack one enemy, can steal buffs. That doesn't seem very good, because they don't have buffs. Oh, that's decent damage though. We'll go to wave 2. Oh, and he goes in for the attack. What does this do again? Chance to place initiative down. And he does initiative down on all of them. Means they won't get to their ultimates as fast. Oh, we've got his ultimate up. Chance to place despair and accuracy down. Okay, let's try that. Oh, wow. Very nice. His ultimate is great. They've all got despair. It was a weak hit, but it was still 3,000 from a weak hit. Not actually bad. in terms of what sort of damage he's putting out. If we could push his ultimate a lot more, he would be a lot stronger. Comes in for a big swing. Almost 10,000 from that swing. He's actually performing better than I was expecting. He seems to be... If his core was AoE, he would be on par with Odin. I'm just saying. Surprisingly not bad. He is still B tier because of the single target, but the initiative down is actually handy. So against heroes like Leonidas, who gets his ultimate so quickly, that could actually be really useful. So it has use, but it's a fairly niche use, being able to place that debuff. Okay, moving on. The next epic champion I want to test is Hound of Duat. Okay, I think I want Hound to attack, because I want to see what he does with ally attack. 4,000. Alright, this is our core. Place a shield, and we wait and see if Anubis is attacked. Whoa. That's a tiny, tiny shield. Yes, we have his ultimate. Excellent. Alright. Place retaliate and protect on all other allies. Place intercept on Anubis. He's supposed to get intercept. I think Anubis was supposed to get intercept then. But protect is very strong. Retaliate and Phoenix on himself. Interesting. Phoenix must be the awakened thing. Alright, Anubis is just too powerful. Let's bring in the Hound without Anubis. Okay. I don't like that. I really need someone to attack him. So... come and attack me, bro. Here we go. Counterattacks. Nice counterattack. Overall, I think Hound of Duat falls short. B or C? He's very niche. C. Not a very good champion. Not a very good defender. The shields are terrible. The single attack on the core is not good. He is definitely a C grade champion. If you bring it in with Anubis, Anubis just carries the show, right? And Hound of Duat sits back and says, "My master." Okay, next we'll take a look at Imhotep. He has ascended. He is fully awakened. Okay, stage 75. I'm going to bring Imhotep in place of Aphrodite. Right, we'll attack something. Here we go. We've got Reflect up. Pick up the Hound. We'll take a little bit of damage. Here we go. Reflects damage. It's supposed to reflect disables. Alright. Already he's got his ultimate up. So we'll do his ultimate first. And now we have Stalwart. Radiance. I thought it was supposed to be Radiance and Stalwart, but it looks like Radiance. And then we'll do a heal. Heal ourselves back up. We get Sharpen. We're supposed to get all sorts of buffs then. That's Stalwart. So we got Stalwart and Sharpen. Nice damage. Alright, let's get our Reflect back up. Great support. And we'll see if his core skill has rotated around again yet. Yep, and it's back. So he can drop another heal. How excellent. And we can heal up again. Boom, massive heal. I recall something about him removing disables, but maybe I was imagining that. But in terms of support, he really carried just then. I would place him in A tier. I think my first impressions of Imhotep were not great because he wasn't awakened and ascended. But once he's awakened, get a bit of gear on him. Yeah, I think he actually sits in A tier. He's a very good healer. He's lackluster at the early levels, but once you boost him, he turns out to be rather good. Right, next up we have Beowulf, who is a Slayer. Okay, let's try Beowulf. We have to get to the boss first. 25,000, not bad. Single target hit, 22,000, not bad. Take out Achilles. Swing, 25,000. Alright. We're going to get taunted. Yes, we are. Nice little attack. We missed our crit. Swing. So that 88% crit is really showing at the moment where he's not always critting. Alright, let's see if the boss killer really can kill bosses. I think we need to take out Zeus. No, yeah. We do need to take out Zeus. There we go. Let's try to survive this. We'll go in for an attack to kill Leonidas. Alright. I believe that Gilgamesh is a brawler, so we should do extra damage against him. Uh-oh. I might not even get to do damage against the boss. Alright, I should have brought Isis. Okay, from what little I've seen of Beowulf, despite the fact that he's only level 50, so it's kind of hard to judge, he is a very niche champion in terms of the extra damage that he brings. Single target attacks all round really, really just limit him. It's a bit like any single target damage dealer, right? I'm only going to place him in B tier because I was fairly underwhelmed with how he was performing. He hits very hard, but that's all he does. He's just a brute with a sword. He just does not bring enough. Next up, we have Leonidas. Leonidas is ascended, which can make a difference, and he is not awakened at all. Okay, let's see what he does. 11,000. I guess that's all right. We'll finish him off. Oh, and it's decreased. Is that decreased defense? Yep, decreased defense. Fantastic. 12,000. And 13,000. That was enough. That was enough to kill Dagonet. Okay, we'll try his ultimate. Chance to stun. Ah, it died way too fast. Whack. 11,000. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. I was hoping his ultimate would roll around a lot faster, but I think he needs to be hit to raise his ultimate. Alright. We've got our ultimate up. He's got his barrier. He's surviving a bit. Okay, we will use his thing. We will AoE. Ah, 22,000. That was pretty impressive. Overall, I think that Leonidas is a fairly niche character. If he gets hit a lot... Hey, another legendary, what do you know? If he gets hit a lot, he is building his ultimate meter, and I think that's what he really plays on. But he's a single hitter. He's not bringing a whole lot. He's kind of similar to Beowulf in that he requires certain situations to do well. So he's a B tier champion. Next up we have Musashi. I have an Awakened 5 Musashi, fully ascended. Take note, he is fully ascended at level 50. Let's test Musashi. Okay. Ally attack against Anubis. What's he gonna bring? 28,000! Right. Already I feel like he's hitting harder than Beowulf. 30,000. Wow. See if we can one-shot Hippolyta. Slash! Okay. He's just killing them. I really want to put up his taunt, but he's just absolutely killing them. Ah, we get the ultimate. Yes. Alright, so his ultimate places attack up on himself, which he doesn't have, by the way. And then attacks 4 times at random and can place attack down. So he would do massive damage. I did not see what that was. I think it was 17,000. And that was just one attack of 4. Pretty happy with Musashi. Pretty happy with what he brings in terms of being a slayer. Now, despite the fact that he is a single target champion, I still want to place him in A tier because he brings that taunt if they don't die. He goes in and he attacks a second time. His damage ramps up. He's not dependent on attacking a certain type or going up against a boss like Beowulf. I place Musashi in A tier. He is a solid attacker. Okay, we have 3 left. We have Mordred, Achilles, and Gilgamesh to test and show and rank. They are all level 60, they are all fully ascended, and they are all fully awakened. Let's start with Mordred. Mordred is a disruptor. Back to stage 115 with the mummies. Very good. Alright, let's confuse them. Okay, they don't know what they're doing. Oh my gosh. They just destroyed it. Okay, come on, mummies. You need to attack each other. There we go. So his ultimate actually works a lot better if they're confused, because it extends the duration. You want to kind of save his ultimate. Alright, confusion's back up. We do this. Do this. It did not extend the duration. So, attacks all enemies. If a target is under confused, inflict 100% increased damage, right? Increase the duration by 1 turn of any confuse or corrupt. It did not increase it. It kept it as 2. So his ultimate is not actually doing what it says it does. Overall, Mordred is a very strong support champion. He brings confuse for 2 turns when you've awakened him, and it creates incredible control at the higher levels when you confuse the targets and they can't take a turn. If his ultimate worked as it's supposed to, it would be even stronger. If they had 1 turn left, it would go to 2 turns, and so on. For a disruptor, I think Mordred is S tier. He is such a controlling champ. He comes in, he puts up the corrupt. I don't think corrupt is functioning properly. If it did, it would be good. If his ultimate functioned properly, it would be great. I'm sure if you built him for more damage, he would do more damage. He comes in with enough. He has such an excellent kit. I have to put him in S tier. It is lower S tier, between A and S, but definitely I'd like to put him into S tier. Okay, next is Achilles. He is a slayer, and test out his ally attack. 38,000, not terrible. Not as strong as Zeus, but not terrible. Right, we'll increase his attack, sharpen and retaliate, and a weak hit for 8,000. Okay, I'm going to try stage 120 to see if Achilles brings much at all. I think this will be a decent showcase of Achilles' capabilities if I can get this right. Coming in for 89,000, not bad. Okay, we'll team attack Green Knight. 71,000 from Achilles. We will boost him and take out Isolde. 40,000, very nice. Right, we made it to the boss, the Golden Guardian. Let's see what Achilles brings in terms of boss killing. Few attacks. It's not really landing bleed, is he? Probably need a lot more accuracy than this. Not getting that bleed out, unfortunately. He's got a little bit of bleed up. He hit for 60,000, which is alright. The bleeds are a little bit of a niche thing, but I think he's managed to get a little bit up there. And there it is. Okay, low accuracy Achilles against the Golden Guardian. He did most of the damage. 3 million damage. Pretty solid. So I would place Achilles as an A tier hero. He's fairly niche, great against the Golden Guardian, but that's just a very specific boss. He brings a lot of damage. He has a good buff on his core to come in and do more damage. And with that ally attack and that ally attack sword, he is bringing serious damage, but that was just a very specific situation. So solid champion all round. Definitely not a B tier, but he's not S tier either. Okay, lastly, we have Gilgamesh, King of Heroes. He is a brawler. Coming in for 25,000, but it was a strong hit. AoE. Decent, 15.6. Coming in for 25,000. Strong hit. Okay. Big hit, 21,000 across the board. He's got a barrier, which is nice. Very nice to have that barrier up. And then we come in and bam, 32,000. Okay, Gilgamesh. If you're looking for an epic champion that can solo content, very beefy and can take the hits as well as dish out a bit of damage, he's your man. A better showcase would have been to show the divinity, the way that he plays with divinity in there. It is a little bit niche. I think he's basically between B and A overall. He's not that great. I used him for that one particular instance of 2-starring as an individual epic champion because of the barrier, because of just the damage he can put out, but overall, like many brawlers, he just doesn't quite cut the mustard. Overall, for epic champions, we have one S, and that is Mordred. Fantastic control champ, very strong, especially when awakened and ascended. We've got 7 A tier champs. Percival, really good as a single target. Bastet, very strong as a slayer. Brynhild, a fantastic defense champion. We've got Green Knight with his retaliates. Imhotep, excellent healer. Musashi, very strong attacker. And Achilles, strong attacker, but great against bosses because of the bleed. B tier, Set, not a very good disruptor, but alright. Beowulf, too niche, single target. Leonidas, too niche, single target. His ultimate is great, but he needs to be hit. He actually needs to be hit for it to take effect. Gilgamesh, pretty similar to these other ones here in B tier, just doesn't quite meet what he should. C tier, not very good champions. Don't be terribly happy if you pull these. Pandora, she's not that great. She kind of didn't come to the party. And Hound of Duat, not a very good defender, doesn't bring a lot. I left one on the table. It is Osiris. I didn't build one. I had so many dupes of him. I should have built him, but I didn't plan this series of ranking the Alpha 2 champions in time. I'd already used about 10 Osirises, and so I didn't actually build one to test one out. You can draw your own conclusions. However, that is everything for ranking the epic champions from Godforge Alpha 2. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good day.